There was a Navy diver who had lost a leg and still came back to continue serving his country. That man is no other than Carl Brashear. Carl Brashear is a hero who accomplished many things during his life, despite discrimination trying to stop him. He also opened up many more paths for African Americans and those with disabilities in the armed forces. In this speech, I'm going to talk about some information about who Carl Brashear is, why he should be remembered, and how he opened doors for many people. I am first going to talk about some information about who Carl Brashear is before moving straight into the speech. Carl Brashear's childhood was not easy. He was born into a family of sharecroppers, and while he was growing up, he went to school and helped a lot on the farm with his family too. According to the Naval Undersea Museum, his family consisted of both his parents and 8 other siblings. He was the 6th of 8. Carl Brashear experienced discrimination while going to school and just in general. He noticed that he wasn't treated the same, which lit a spark inside of him to show them that he was equal. What he did after finishing school. He finished school at the end of 8th grade, and after that he decided to join the Navy. He served in the Navy and applied for dive school for over 3 years when he finally accepted him into the school, which is where he experienced much racial discrimination. He passed diver school, and after that, he served until he had a serious injury that set him back a while, but he found a way to get over it and acquired the title of Master Navy Diver. Now that I have told you some information about who Carl Brashear is, I can talk about why he should be remembered. He continued to work hard despite having many obstacles. One of those obstacles was racial discrimination, which took place in the Navy after President Truman unsegregated the armed forces. As you may guess, many people are not happy with this and treated many African Americans poorly, especially Carl Brashear, as he was the first African American Navy diver. So, Carl Brashear did not fall under the pressure of racism. Instead, he took it as a challenge to show that he was better than them. And with that mindset, he accomplished many things. He had a devastating injury and overcame that injury. According to the U.S. Naval Institute, after finding a hydrogen bomb in the Mediterranean Sea, a cable broke when taking it out of the sea, and a pipe went flying. That pipe was heading straight for a sailor that Carl decided to push out of the way. He saved the sailor, but left to have one of his legs amputated. He should be remembered for this because he put his life before that sailor's life, not knowing the full outcome of what was going to happen. Now that I have talked about why he should be remembered, I can go on to my next topic about how it opened doors for many people. He was the first African American Navy diver. He proved to the Navy that race does not play a factor in any of the armed forces and that they are just as equal as any other race. He returned to full active duty with a missing leg. He also proved that if you put your mind to something, you can achieve it. He achieved by working extremely hard despite many people not believing in him. In this speech, I have talked about who Carl Brashear is, why he should be remembered, and how he opened doors for many people. Carl Brashear retired with the title of Master Chief Petty Officer, serving 31 years in the Navy. He also had the title of Master Navy Diver, which he acquired despite discrimination and losing a leg. As said by Carl Brashear, it took more willpower than I ever thought I had to accept the fact that I had lost a leg. Once I accepted that, I knew I would win the fight to become a Master Diver.